Welcome back, friends. In a world so defined, so precise and exact, there are moments that make our beliefs crack. Tiny ripples in reality's stream. Are they true or just part of a dream? First glitch. So you know how every spring our city lays out these beautiful red tulips? They're like our city's way of celebrating life. Every year they're a reminder to stop and appreciate the beauty around us. But there was this one peculiar morning that felt, kind of magical. I was on my way to Mrs. Whitman's bakery, lost in thought about some stuff that had been going on in my life. I glanced over, and believe it or not, the tulips were pure white. Not just normal white, they almost seemed to glow. I stepped into the bakery, a bit surprised, and asked Mrs. Whitman, "Hey, did someone change the tulips for some event or something? They're white." She looked at me and said, "What are you talking about? They're red, just like every year." I was confused, but I didn't want to argue, so I just said, "Oh, okay, I must be seeing things." I bought my usual, a chocolate croissant, and left. On my way back, those tulips were their usual bright red. But that brief moment of seeing them white made me think. Maybe it was a sign, a message to cleanse my thoughts, or a reminder that there's more to life than what we see. Since that day, whenever I pass by those tulips, I remember to look for the magic in everyday things, because sometimes the universe has its own way of sending us little signs. Next glitch. Hey, I'm a real estate agent, or at least I'm trying to be one. I'm still on the fence about whether this was a glitch in the Matrix or just a phone glitch, but I'll tell it anyway. A while ago I had to go check out a warehouse outside the city. The first time I went, my map app on my phone went crazy. The roads were all twisty, some just dead ends, but the app still made me go down them, only to tell me to turn around when I reached the end. It was super hard to find the place, but when I did, it was just a big, normal building. I looked around, took some photos, and left. A few days later, I took someone there who wanted to buy it. This time, getting there was easy. No twisty roads or dead ends. The building was now in a busy area with lots of other buildings. It was like the whole place changed in a few days. Next glitch. I was on a camping trip far up north with a few friends. One starry night, I stepped out of my tent to answer nature's call. As I was walking back, I suddenly felt disoriented and realized the layout of the campsite had changed. My tent that was previously located at the edge was now in the middle. I thought it's some kind of prank my friends managed to pull off. Then, one of them came out of my tent, but it wasn't one of my friends. That person looked exactly like me, doppelganger. My clone saw me, did a double take, then vanished along with the rearranged campsite. I screamed WTF repeatedly, just in shock, I guess. My friends came out of their tents and asked me what was wrong. I told them what happened, and they said I was just sleepwalking and dreaming. Next glitch. I was fishing alone on a remote lake when about midday I heard a soft humming sound, odd considering I was miles from any civilization. The hum started to crescendo into a roar. Suddenly a commercial plane shot right over me about 100 feet above the lake, low enough for the water to spray up from the engine backwash. I fell into the water from the shock, but as soon as I got out of the water, the plane was gone. Mind you, it probably only took me 15 seconds to get out of the water, but the plane was nowhere to be seen, and there wasn't a sound of it flying away. I packed up my stuff and left for the nearest town about 3 hours away. I reported the incident to the police, but when I checked in with them a few days later, they said they couldn't find any record of a plane flying over the lake that day. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it was a glitch, or maybe I was just hallucinating, I don't know. Next glitch. I had a job setting up stages and tables and the like for events at the community center. Easy, manual labor kind of stuff. So we're setting up chairs for a seminar, and I stroll back to the storage room to get more. I was pulling out the next stack of chairs when I saw that in the center of the room a chair was spinning. Picture the chair as a clock. The back of the chair was the 12 and the seat was the 6. The chair was spinning clockwise and the back of the chair was spinning faster than the seat. Not sure if it makes any sense. It was going fast. Fast enough I wouldn't have dared put my hand anywhere near it. I was so shocked that I just stood there and watched it. It eventually stopped spinning after maybe 20 seconds, and I was left puzzling over an ordinary-looking chair. I was so freaked out that I didn't even tell my boss. I just went back to work and made sure to not use that one chair that night. The next day I threw it away, pretending it was broken. I'm not sure if it was a ghost or one of those simulation theory glitches or what, but it was definitely weird. Next glitch. I work in this big office building, and we have this old public address system. Super echoey. I'm the one in charge of recording the PA announcements, or sometimes I just do them live. One day I'm heading to the lobby, and out of nowhere, my voice comes on, talking about a power outage, supposedly scheduled for later in the day. The thing is, I hadn't recorded any such message, and there wasn't any power cut planned for that day. The PA system is old, and the quality is not good, but I'm pretty sure it was my voice. I got in touch with facilities and my manager, and they were just as surprised as me. They agreed that it sounded like my voice, and I think they still believe I had something to do with it. To avoid confusion, we made a second announcement, telling everyone there was no power outage that day. But here's the twist. The next day, there really was a power outage, just like that random message said. Several lines were cut in the city. We're still waiting to know if it was an accident, but what are the odds? What do you think? The cat walks by, then walks by once more. Same pace, same look as it did before. Shadows that don't match the light they're in. Silent songs, where a noise should have been. A memory shared, but the moment's not known to the other who swears they were alone. A face in the crowd you're certain you've seen, in dreams long past or a life in between. Glitches, they say, in the fabric so fine, of the matrix that molds, that shapes the line. But are they mistakes or signs to decode? Hints of a game, a cosmic abode. Is life but a program, a digital thread, or are glitches doorways to paths yet to tread? In these unscripted moments, the truth might lie, that there's more to our world than meets the eye. If you're still there, first, thank you. If you enjoyed this, why not subscribe to the channel? See you next time then.